Freelancers, if you want to increase your income without working a whole lot more, this video is for you. Welcome or welcome back. My name is Megan and I'm your best freelancing friend. Passive income is one of the solutions to building long-term stability as a freelancer. And here's why. As a freelancer, you're probably used to trading your time for money. So you provide a service to your clients and in exchange, they pay you. But what happens if, for whatever reason, you stop providing your services? What if you want to have a baby or go on vacation? What if you get sick? If you stop working, then you stop making money. This is where passive income comes into play. When we say passive, we mean that you are earning money with little to no effort, so you can literally make money in your sleep. Freelancers, I'm telling you, if you are not building a business that can make money without you being directly involved in it, your business is not secure. So in this video, we're going to talk about how you can earn passive income online. We'll talk about some steps you can take, how you can do it, and also very common pitfalls to look out for. First, a disclaimer, because nobody else on YouTube is going to tell you this. Passive income is not a get-rich-quick scheme. It does not give you overnight results, and it is a marathon. Do not be fooled by people who are claiming that they make $50K a month in passive income. If they're saying that, then it's one of two things. Either they are lying through their teeth, or that person has a massive following that they're able to sell to, and that's why they're making so much money. But for the vast majority of us, myself included, that is not the case. We don't have huge followings. So get comfortable. Passive income streams need time to grow and snowball, and that's why I'm urging you to start now. Okay, let's keep going. How can freelancers earn passive income online? Here's what I suggest. Focus on small, lower-priced digital products. For instance, I sell cold email templates. I have a list of 189 profitable freelance niches. I created most of these products within a week using Canva for free. You do not need to hire a designer. You can if you want to, but you don't have to. Actually, just kidding. I did hire a designer to do one of my digital products because I just didn't want to deal with it, but the others I made in Canva. Why do we focus on smaller products that are lower in price? For a couple of reasons, actually. So the first reason is that, especially if this is your first time playing around with passive income and selling digital products, you do not want to commit to a huge full-blown course right off the bat. For example, I have my program Revenue Spark. It took me many months to build it. Months of recording and editing and writing scripts. Marketing and selling it could be its own full-time job, and it takes a lot longer to start seeing results. Also, cheaper products are easier to sell. Think about selling a $25 ebook versus a $1,000 course. Which one do you think people are going to be, less hesitant to buy? Okay, let's keep going. So you know that you want to sell something smaller and cheaper, but what exactly does that mean? I want you to think of products like lists, tutorials, templates, and guides. These are things that people are very often searching for, and they are kind of like bite-sized pieces of content that will be easier for them to consume. And on a similar note, as you're brainstorming topics for your digital product, I want you to keep in mind that your product should be able to solve a problem quickly, okay? When people are buying a product that is that small and that cheap, you want them ideally to get the answers and the results that they need in a short time frame. Somebody can take my cold email templates, which is one of my products. They can copy paste those templates, plug in their own details, and that's it. They don't have to do any writing. They don't have to do any research. I did all the heavy lifting for them. I'm solving their problem quickly. Let's say, as another example, that you are a freelance social media strategist. You could create, and again, this is just an example, you could create a guide on TikTok SEO, or a guide on how to make Instagram reels that get high engagement. You wouldn't, on the flippity flip, want to do something like a complete guide to how to go viral on every social media platform. First of all, you can't teach that. Nobody can teach anyone how to go viral by definition. And secondly, that would be an enormous guide. It would be a huge product, and you would have to update it constantly because the platforms change all the time. So do you kind of see the difference there? So you have your idea, you know what kind of product you're creating, and you're ready to start designing it. Again, I use Canva for this. I have a free account, and what I normally do is I start working off one of their templates just because I'm not really good at coming up with like aesthetically pleasing designs from scratch. If you give me a blank canvas, I will create a piece of garbage. So instead, I start with one of their templates and then I'll change like the fonts, the colors, different elements. But it really helps me to have a starting off point, and they have tons of very nice templates that you can access for free. I'm gonna give you this gentle nudge because if you're anything like me, you will end up here. It does not need to be perfect, okay? People don't care if it looks perfect. It does need to be clean and professional and easy on the eyes, but do not let perfectionism stop you from moving forward. Little flaws that you notice, I guarantee most other people won't see them. Okay, so you have your new digital product, you made it in Canva, it looks beautiful. Now what? You list it for sale. There are a few ways you can do this. Now, if you have your own website, you can sell products there, but there are a couple of things I want you to keep in mind. First of all, if your website doesn't get a ton of traffic, then you shouldn't expect to get a ton of sales. That's very normal, okay? The second thing is there will be a little more legwork involved because you have to set up an online store. You have to prepare yourself to collect sensitive information since people will be putting in their credit card or their PayPal information. You have to have a privacy policy. There are a lot of other little details that will go into it. Not saying you can't do it, especially if you have a WordPress site. They have plugins that make it really easy to sell products on your page, on your website. But honestly, I would make it easy on yourself and I would stick to something like Gumroad or Etsy. That's where I sell all of my products. There is no monthly subscription fee to use these platforms. They do take a cut of your sales though, which is to be expected. That's how they make their money. What I love about Gumroad and Etsy is that they are very user-friendly and intuitive. And if you've watched any of my videos, you know that I'm not very tech savvy. So I like the simplicity of these platforms. And another reason these sites are great is because they're well known among shoppers. They're trusted and they're popular. People spend money on them all the time. That might not be the case with your own website, which is okay. Take time filling your product listing out. I know you might be really excited and in a hurry to go live with it, but pay attention to the details. For example, in Gumroad, they will ask you for like a thumbnail or a preview image, and it has unique dimensions. Create an image in Canva with those dimensions so that Gumroad doesn't crop it funky and make it look weird. It's just gonna make your listing look messy and thrown together. Fill out the descriptions, the features, whatever else they ask for. You're probably only going to have to do this once. You might have to update it over time, but it's worth slowing down and doing it the right way the first time. Next, let's talk about pricing. Remember what I said earlier, you want this to be more like an impulse purchase. So I would suggest you keep your digital product to $50 or less. The goal is to put it at a price point where people don't have to think so much about buying. They're gonna look at it and be like, oh, it's only 20 bucks or whatever, and they'll just buy it. So you've listed your product for sale, now what? Well, you still want to promote it, and there are a bunch of ways you can do this. If you have a website or a blog, you can mention the product there and link to it. If you have an email list, you can send out a newsletter. You can promote it on social media. I have this YouTube channel. When it fits and it's applicable, I will mention and link to some of my digital products. And here's the really cool part. People are going to find your products all on their own. If we take Etsy, for instance, it's a search engine. So people go on Etsy and they type in what they're looking for, and Etsy shows them a list of search results. That'll be another way that people find you. So that is what the whole process looks like, kind of from a bird's eye view from start to finish. Once you have published your first product, do the whole thing all over again. And here's why. One digital product isn't going to be enough. You need an online store, you need a catalog, a library of products, because it builds authority and trust, and it gives people a reason to keep coming back and shop with you. Also, maybe you've heard before a rule that goes something like 20% of your products make 80% of your revenue. What that's basically saying is that if you have 10 digital products, you're gonna have 2 or 3 that vastly outsell the others. The others might, sales might trickle in, but you're gonna have a select few that are the bulk of your sales. That's very normal. That's why there's that 80-20 rule. That's how it is for me. My free products are even the same thing. I have a few that way outperform the others. Don't think that this is totally a numbers game. It's not. Quality still matters, and giving people a good experience is what's going to keep them coming back for more. My point is that one product isn't enough. So I would say aim for 3 to 5 for now, and focus on making them high quality without obsessing over perfection. Take it one product at a time, and before you know it, you will have built up a small library of products. I told you earlier, and I'm going to say it again, this takes time. You might launch your first product and not make a single sale for a couple of weeks or even a couple months. That doesn't mean it's not working, okay? Remember, what you are building is a stream of income that you ultimately won't have to do much work to make. So it's worth the extra investment of time right now. It's worth the wait because these products could help support you for years to come. It's very common as a freelancer to get paid for your time, and I don't see that changing anytime soon. But if you want to be a savvy and prepared business owner, then you need to make room for passive income. This is going to help you better prepare for a more stable financial future. I kind of divide my income and revenue up in a few main categories these days. I have passive income, and then I have my clientele from my agency. If you want to learn exactly how I land clients, then I'm leaving the link below to my program Revenue Spark, where you can check out the full curriculum, you can view a few testimonials, and if you're interested in talking more about if you might be a good fit for the program, you can schedule a call to speak with me. Thanks for hanging out with me. If you found this video helpful, I'd really appreciate if you could give it a thumbs up and support my channel. If you have any questions, just drop them in a comment below, and I'll see you next time.